Now he was able to get a right hand in the body, Vasquez was. That's going to really pay off for him if the fight continuously go on and on.
Round 4 of the scheduled 12, Manchester, England. Local crowd in an adoring mood as they wait for Prince Naseem to light them up with the expected knockout.
Well, if Vasquez is going to take punches like he did that left hand about 15 seconds ago, we may not see a knockout anytime soon.
One knockdown in the fight so far.
Vasquez is going to the body like he should. Now the Prince goes with a straight right to the body, which is hard for a boxer.
And Vasquez comes back over the top with a chopping right hand.
The thing about it, you go down to the body a couple of times, the guy's protecting his body, and then you go right on top easily with another straight left.
Hard right hand by Hamed. Equally hard right hand in return by Vasquez.
Oh, I saw sparks.
Spontaneous combustion from time to time as the two fighters leap in to trade shots. Vasquez, I think, may have pecked Hamed on the cheek, and the Prince didn't like it. And let's take a look now at Prince Naseem as a 13-year-old in manager-trainer Brendan Ingles' gym in Sheffield. And you'll see even then the total unorthodoxy of his style as he puts the gloves behind his back and pirouettes away.
I'm all right. Just moving and slipping, hitting, getting out of the way.
Was that your great gift?
Yeah, that's mine.
What about your punching power?
I'm not a really hard hitter, but I can hit when it comes to people who want to hit.
Boy.
11 years ago, he didn't think of himself as a particularly hard hitter. That perception has changed for the Prince.
You know, what we're seeing is what I call a street style. A style that a small fellow in the street finds a style to be able to deal with the big guys.
And you know what? If a guy can continue that kind of style in the ring, he can have a good career. You don't want to lose that child's touch and the movement of your feet, that is.
Harold Letterman, how do you have this fight scored?
Jim, 4 rounds to nothing, 40-35, Prince Naseem Hamed. You got to give him an extra point for the knockdown in the 3rd round. And I tell you the truth, I thought it was a knockdown in the 2nd round when Wilfredo Vasquez's gloves touched. But I want to tell you, if you go 4 rounds with your hands down, you sure get hit once in a while. And Wilfredo did land some nice rights.
Straight right hand by Vasquez drives Naseem back into the ropes. Momentarily off balance, now back up and looking for an opportunity to come back.
Now the Prince has allowed Vasquez to get a little confidence here, and you don't want that over the long range with an experienced boxer. His confidence, he'll get his legs up under him, and you will be in trouble.
Well, Vasquez made a prediction as well, or at least he told us his plan, which was to study the Prince for 4 or 5 rounds and then fight him. Maybe he's moved that plan up.
He's able to do a few more things this round than he did the previous round.
Yeah, Vasquez is getting more aggressive as he seems to be solving the puzzle of how to get at the Prince. Certainly making more contact in this round than has been the case in the first 4.
And I think the Prince should go back to his original ideal. Don't throw hard shots, just measure your man, making sure he's there where those punches are supposed to be coming with power. He touches him with a good right jab, touches him here and there, and then he throws a power shot. Backhand again.
And referee Gino Rodriguez warns Vasquez against the backhand flip.
That was also in plan A, which was to go to the body. He hasn't been able to do it effectively very often, Vasquez.
As time goes on, Vasquez will be hoping to bring Naseem down off the balls of his feet, give him a better chance at going in to hunt the body.
thing about a guy who jumps punches in, you got to get a rhythm. How many punches does he throw before he jumps a punch in? And then you start timing it and you catch him.
Well, a lot of folks doubted that the fight would last as long as the walk-in before the fight. It already has.
Rounds in the books. Crowd in Manchester getting a tiny bit restive. And we show you our upcoming HBO fights, including next Saturday night, Roy Jones against Virgil Hill, Biloxi, Mississippi. Shane Mosley in action again against John Molina, who gave Oscar De La Hoya so much trouble a few years back. All heavyweights on May 30. De La Hoya's next welterweight title defense. And we have the opportunity to bring you amateur boxing from the Goodwill Games this coming summer. In round 5, Vasquez for the first time threw more punches than Hamed, 47-37, landed more, 17-13, and had a 14-5 edge in power shots. So round 5, numerically, according to CompuBox observations, by far the best round so far for Wilfredo Vasquez.
Now Vasquez is he's lured Princeton to an orthodox fight now. Stand there, jab, try to get me.
Straight left and down goes Wilfredo again.
Solid left hand, delayed reaction.
Second knockdown.
If you're going to lure your man into a boxing match, you can't just wait. You got to do something. Vasquez is not jabbing. He's not throwing right hands. He just waits.
Well, you talked about how Prince Naseem would look to time Vasquez's inward lunges, and it looked like he was able to time that one with the straight left.
No, I was thinking that the Naseem should be timed by Vasquez. He throws 2, 3 good shots, and then he jumps in. You got to get a rhythm to that. Mathematically start counting. He's thrown 3. He's going to jump sooner or later and go for it. There you are. You see, it's always 3 or 4 shots, and he'll jump one in. And he was able to land that time because there's your one.
Chopping right hand by Vasquez as the referee tries to break the two fighters and points out that the ropes are awfully loose. Momentary delay here. Loose rope, the third rope up. And now officials go to work trying to tighten on the far side of the ring.
This has been intentionally done.
By whom and for what reason, George?
Well, the Prince is jumping into those ropes. He needs as much slack as he can.
I think we'll have to get Agatha Christie on the case.
But someone did that, and I think it was the Vasquez camp. I mean, they need a little time. Why not?
Naseem speaks English but no Spanish. Vasquez speaks Spanish but not much English, so the two fighters communicate with each other by hand signals. And as the ropes were being tightened, Vasquez was making signs with his gloves across the ring to the Prince. Not sure exactly what he's trying to communicate.
The fighters from Puerto Rico, they have such a tradition of hanging in there. You're just not going to knock them down with one shot and expect them to get up and wait to be knocked out. Puerto Rican boxers will give you a fight.
Broken!
Now the determination is that the third rope is broken.
Well, the British Board of Control hasn't controlled matters so well here, although they've kept us out of the corners with any sound.
Well, the two fighters in the cruiserweight bout, Chris Eubank and Carl Thompson, barreled into the ropes over and over and over,
yep,
particularly in the closing rounds.
They really did.
And they may have loosened this rope.
They actually fell over. They really did. I had forgotten about that.
Meanwhile, at the far side of the ring, Naseem is getting a lecture from promoter Frank Warren.